I'm going to begin with you, Ray. Just wondering how surreal it is to see your story sort of being told on screen, and if because I guess you kind of live through those experiences, and for you that's your normal. But do you now look back and with a kind of different perspective now Disney have made a movie about your own life?
Well, I haven't had a long time to look back as far as the movie is concerned just yet. But looking back on my life, I'm excited just knowing that a lot of people will know my story and know what I've been through, and know that it wasn't all for nothing in my mind. Like, not that it ever was, but I'm just excited that everyone else gets to be a part of it as well. And so just learning that and being a part of that is great for me.
Yeah. Mark, how did you come to be aware of Ray's story? Because obviously stories like this, you feel like they're brilliant tales, but sometimes they can go kind of unnoticed in the wider world.
Yeah. So back in 2006, when the story took place, it went from this kind of local story at Clemson, broke by the school newspaper and the local kind of press, to a national story. It really just caught the wind, and people just really had this incredible response to what Ray was trying to do as a young athlete. And so when I saw it on, I think it was on ESPN, it was on ABC. He was Person of the Week for ABC World News Tonight. I was blown away. So as a producer, you got to act quickly, and we got in touch with the school, and then to Ray, and just kind of lined up. And we look back now, and it's I had set up the film at a different studio 14 years ago, and for whatever reason, it just never got made. And now, all these years later, we've kind of found the perfect time in history, I think, to kind of tell the story. It's as timely now as it was when it happened. And really, really excited about how the film came together ultimately.
Yeah, Reginald, I mean, I sort of watched Marshall as well quite recently again, which I really loved. And you do tell these stories that seem to have much hope. They're very much about the Black community kind of thriving and their success stories. And I just wondered how important you think it is, particularly this year, to tell a story like this that does give hope and show that even in a system that politically, that obviously a lot of the protests are against the fact that the system doesn't seem to help people in the community, but you're showing stories of people that are winning in this system. How important are stories like this?
Yeah, it's funny when Black America has played a major role in making America America, right? Because we had this Declaration of Independence and Constitution that made these promises that from the beginning they weren't necessarily determined to fill, right? No. All men are really created equal, and everyone should have an opportunity for life, for happiness, and that challenge still continues, and Ray is that. I mean, Ray epitomizes so many important values like education, like excellence in what you do, which is in his case athletics, and most importantly family, and these are values that everyone around the world can agree on. And if we can agree, let's focus on things that we all feel are universally important, then we can start to heal society and move toward a more positive place.
Yeah, Reg, I just wanted to follow on just quickly, because I mean, obviously, you had the honor and privilege of directing Chadwick in Marshall, and I met him just once, and it was an honor to even spend 5 minutes in his presence. Well, I mean, obviously, how thrilled are you though that you had the chance to know him in the way that you did, and what sort of legacy does he leave behind in this industry?
Well, you describe him exactly right. If you spend any amount of time with him, you're blown away by his integrity as a human being, his dedication to the arts, his dedication to being a real intellectual. I mean, he was an amazing human being with a strong moral compass, which is why he could play roles like Jackie Robinson and Thurgood Marshall and the Black Panther, because he embodied what we want from those characters. And it's a tremendous loss that, people across the entertainment industry are feeling. And, I think we have to remember those values and lift them up for everyone to aspire, whether you work in the entertainment business or whatever you may do. Whenever we see people with those value systems, we have to celebrate them, which is why I was so proud to make this movie about Ray, because he's a man of great integrity and great willpower. And I think, for all of us who are caught in tough situations, Here's a man who found a way out of no way. Here's a man who wouldn't accept failure. And, you know, we all have that capacity.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for your time. Before I just go, Ray, how is your brother, by the way?
He's wonderful. He lives and works in South Carolina and in Clemson, so he's doing well.
Oh, that's good to hear. Well, thanks so much for your time, guys, and best of luck with the movie.
Thanks, Steph.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey!